we've all done it. We've watched Jeopardy from the comfort of our own homes and thought, we could do better than those we see on TV. Well, when the lights are on and you're on that stage, it is a completely different story. Joe Lancour from Agawam was on the April 8th episode of Jeopardy, and he's here with us today to share his experience. Congratulations, good to you.
Thank you.
Made it to California.
I did. It was quite the adventure.
So let's go back and talk. I mean, why was this even an idea in your head?
I mean, it goes back to when I was a kid, watching it with my family, my father, my brother, my mother. You know, we always had friendly competition. At some point when I got older, I realized I think I can probably do this.
Okay.
So, you know, just started useless knowledge, useless trivia, I guess, in some people's way. But just over the years, started to accumulate the knowledge and started taking the tests.
So are you one of those guys we see at the local bar trivia nights and we always go, man, that guy's brilliant?
I do dabble in the bar trivia scene. I probably should have had maybe a couple of beers before I got on Jeopardy, but it didn't work out that way. You know, nerves are real when you're standing up in front of the big screen.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're asking you questions. But
so what's the audition like? So okay, so you kind of fancy yourself a trivia guy. How do you get from Agawam to Los Angeles?
So right now everything's done online for the most part. You take a 50-question test online. They don't really tell you how you do. They're very secretive about the process. If you pass that test, you take another 50-question test online. Then they whittle down the group smaller and smaller. The last test I took was with 9 other people.
Okay.
They give kind of an interview process to make sure that you could be on TV, that you're not going to be too nervous about being on TV. And then they call you and say you can be in the contestant pool for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So anytime between, this would have been July of 24 to July of 26, they could have called me.
Okay.
So I finally got the call in around January, and they asked me to be on in February.
Okay, so that answers my next question. So you went and taped it in February.
Yes, it was February 24th was the actual film.
What is taping of Jeopardy like?
It's really everything you see on TV. There's not a lot of post-production. The studio is what it looks like on television. I would say between the start of the episode and the end of the episode, maybe 40 minutes or so.
So it's really not much different.
It's really not much different.
A little bit of editing.
Yep. Yeah, not too much. Occasionally, Ken might flub an answer or a question, so they'll go back and refilm that during the breaks, but it's pretty much everything that you see.
What's the interaction not only with Ken, the host, and with the other people that you were competing against?
Yeah, it was very, we had a really good relationship. We're all sitting in the green room watching every episode. We're commenting on it. We're answering some of the questions. I've been in a kind of a group chat with them since then. Everyone's shows aired at different times, so we've been kind of talking it through. It's more of a support group because you can only have one winner. So,
right.
A lot of the people that went there came back the same way I did. Didn't win, but
Oh yeah.
It's a support group at this point.
Well, you think about it, most people don't win.
Exactly.
Most people don't win.
Yeah, but it's been everyone's dream to be on that show.
Right.
So it's.
How is it pressing the clicker?
That was the hardest part. So
really?
You're reading the questions, you're getting the prompts to be able to buzz in, and then you're trying to ring in and beat everyone else. So if you're on the show, you should know most of the questions.
Is there and I always wonder about this because everybody's got the clicker, the button.
Yeah.
Is there a light that indicates, okay, now it's live?
Yeah, so it's actually there's a light around the screen that goes off, and that lets you know that you can ring in.
All right, so you got to be really quick.
You got to be really quick. If you're too early, it locks you out. If you're too late, you're not going to get in. So it's all about the timing. You get a rhythm. It's not as easy as it looks.
2 important questions I have for you.
Yeah.
Do they pay for you to fly out there, put you up and everything, or does this come out of your pocket?
This came all out of my pocket.
Really?
Yeah, there's a slight discount on the hotel room, but that's about it. Everything's out of pocket.
And how much, can I ask how much you won?
Third. I did come in third place.
Okay.
I went all in on a daily double and didn't quite get it. So I ended up with $2,000 before taxes.
Right. So bottom line is, it sounds like you probably lost money.
Yeah. You don't have
Between
to
your
remind
paying
me.
the airfare, the hotel, the food, and so forth.
Yes, yeah. It was, but it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so it's definitely worth it.
All it comes down to.
Yeah. At least we got to spend some time in California in the winter. So.
Do you get to do it again, or once you do it, you're out?
No, that's it. They've started something called the Second Chance Tournament.
Okay.
So. Performance-based, I think, is how they determine it. You can call you back at some point, but if not, that's it. Can't ever be on again.
Fantastic.
So
Joe, thanks for sharing your story.
No
I really do appreciate it.
Thank
Congrats.
you. Thank you.